Here's how you can grow your Etsy shop faster without having to make hundreds or even thousands of listings. You could be just a few listings away from your Etsy shop completely taking off, getting that first bestseller, making daily sales, or even scaling your Etsy income to 5 or 6 figures. These 3 tips won't only make your Etsy listings better, but they will help you reach your goals a lot faster. What is the one piece of advice that new Etsy shop owners, especially print-on-demand Etsy shop owners, are always giving? Just be consistent. When I say list, you say how many. Get down there and give me 1,000 listings. I said list, list, list. That's it. It's as easy as that. Okay, so you follow that advice and you work your butt off. You create design after design after design, and you list and you list and you list. You stay consistent for weeks, maybe even months, maybe even years. And then, nothing. What the heck is going on? Well, there are right and there are wrong ways to be consistent on Etsy. You're not really going to get anywhere by just uploading design after design to your Etsy shop. You list designs and you get results by doing these 3 things consistently. 1, consistently develop strong ideas for your designs that are based on market research. The foundation of any great t-shirt, tote bag, mug, tumbler, PNG file, or any product that you're listing in your shop is market research. No matter how spot on your SEO is, or how professional your mockups are, or how often you are posting listings, if your market research is weak, then your design is also weak, which means your listing is also weak. It is just the truth. And the difference between a listing that sells 12 times and a listing that sells 120 times, the person that created the listing that sells 120 times did not put in 100 times more effort than the listing that sold 12 times. Like, they probably put in 2 or 3 times the effort, but that extra effort helps them to create a design that was based on a much better idea because of the market research. I might also even broaden that example to say the difference between a shop that has 870 sales and a shop that has 87,000 sales. The shop with 87,000 sales did not put in 1,000 times more the effort than the shop with 870 sales. Their effort level was probably 2 or 3 times more than the shop with 870 sales. But the effort was spent in the right places, and it led to better designs because of better ideas based on market research. Honestly, once you understand that, you just really understand how so stinking important market research is. So theoretically speaking then, all the Etsy entrepreneurs that are watching this video could pull in 10 times the amount of sales with half the amount of effort if we were just better at doing and implementing the market research. No joke, it really is that extreme. So once you realize just how important that market research is, it will become something you obsess over. You will begin basing all your ideas on market research and how to best implement them into your designs and into your niches. The point here is, it is not about the intensity of your listing schedule. It is about the intensity in which you are implementing the market research into your designs that matters most. Especially when the right market research design has the strength to carry your shop and your sales further than dozens of other designs combined. Market research and designing from that market research will and should take time, but I do promise you it will be time well spent. Next, we want to consistently sharpen our skills. Being an Etsy seller is way more than sitting around and fiddling on our design app or randomly choosing fonts and graphics and moving them around. It does take real work, and it takes developing a real skill in order to become really good at it. If you want to make sellable designs, in addition to learning how to do great market research and how to implement that market research into your designs, you have to learn how to use various design apps. So you can add shadows to text, learn what fonts look good together, learn what color palettes look good together, learn how to remove or merge various parts of graphics. There is so much that goes on behind each listing and each design for every print-on-demand Etsy shop owner. And while uploading listings is absolutely crucial if you want to build a successful Etsy shop, if you're not consistently making an effort to level up your skills, then your designs, therefore your listings, they're not going to get any better. And if no one bought your first listing and your 50th listing is no better than the first listing, then why would anyone buy that 50th listing either? If you were able to go into any six-figure Etsy seller's shop and compare their first listings to the listings they're producing now, you are likely to see an incredible glow up. I know that would be true in my shop. My first 100 listings were pretty cringy, but they're pretty good now most of the time. So how do the six-figure sellers manage this? How do they make their listings that they're producing now so much better than the listings they had at the beginning? They challenged themselves. They challenged themselves to get better. And they improved the skills they needed to win. Between each batch of listings, there should be some time dedicated to building up yourself, listening to content to help you learn new skills, acquiring what you need so that the next batch of listings is better than the one that came before it. And YouTube happens to be the very best place to learn how to be a better Etsy seller. My favorite teachers have been right here on the YouTube platform. I have learned everything about business and about starting an Etsy shop connected with a print-on-demand shop right here on YouTube. My YouTube education has made me so much more money than my traditional education where I came out of school and became a school teacher. So on YouTube, I started with the Life Hacker couple. They don't produce as much new content, but you could go back and watch their old content. Then Cassie Johnson started her channel, and I consumed every YouTube video she made. She was such an inspiration and still is. Then I found Heather Studio, I found Hannah Gardner, Ryan Hogue, and Juno with Detour Shirts. And these are just to name a few of my YouTube professors. I'd love to hear which creators you like to listen to that help you improve your skills. You can let me know down in the comments below. Actually, the comments are right below the like button, so on your way down there, you might take a quick second to just boop that like button. And here is another big thing you can do to see better results in your Etsy shop. Consistently respond to data. There is a lot of information in your Etsy analytics. And if you are running ads, you will have access to even more information. And it can be confusing to understand what it all means. But there are 3 little helpful questions you should be asking yourself every time you are in your Etsy dashboard. 1, what's right? Are there any types of listings I should be doing more of? Is a certain mock-up getting more traction than others? Is a certain niche getting more attention than others? Look for what you're doing right. You know you're doing it right because it's getting views, even if it's not getting sales. If it's getting views, something is right about that listing. 2, answer the question, what am I doing wrong? Are there any niches that just seem to not be getting any attention? Spend a little time trying to identify why. Are you listing in those niches at the right time while search volumes on Etsy are increasing? If you don't know when to list for what niches, and so you don't feel like you're ever getting your listings out at the prime time that you should be listing in those particular niches, then I'll invite you to go down and check out my description. I have made a couple of resources specifically for this. As a matter of fact, I'm in the process of updating my general niche calendar and resource. It's not finished updating yet, but as soon as it is updated, anyone buying it in the future will get the updated version, but anyone that has already purchased it from me, whether it be today or in the past, everybody will get the updated version. I will have it updated before January 1st, and I will send it out to everybody. In addition, I'm doing something new this year. I'm going to do this for each of my resources. Anyone that has purchased my general niche calendar, whether you purchased it last year or you purchase it now, as long as you purchase it by January 31st, I'm filming this in November. I realize a lot of people are going to buckle down and get serious about their Etsy shops as we come into the new year. We'll receive an invitation for a special session off of YouTube. I will send you a video link to this session. It'll be a chance for us to just come together and to chat. I'll be able to get feedback from you. You could tell me about how you're implementing the calendar, how it's helpful, and you'll also be able to tell me if there's anything that you would like to see the next time I update it that you'd love to see in the updates. I will also be including with the general niche calendar and resource a video resource that will go with it. Again, even if you've already purchased it in the past, or if you purchase it today before I get that video resource out, you will have access to it. You will be emailed with a link to that video, so you will also have access to that video. Okay, so back to our 3 questions that we want to answer for ourselves when we're consistently responding to our Etsy analytics, our Etsy data. 1, what are we doing right? 2, what are we doing wrong? And 3, what's missing? Are customers reaching out and asking you for additional variations of your designs? What are you doing with that question? Are you creating new listings based on this and putting them for sale in your shop? That is how I got my very first bestseller, by the way, by doing just that. Honestly, I think this might be one of the most commonly neglected areas for Etsy shop owners because bopping around in your Etsy analytics can be intimidating. But by asking yourself these 3 questions, you will start to quickly understand what you need to do next in order to level up your shop. We will loop back to what it is that you need to do to level up your shop in just a minute. And also by asking yourself these questions, you'll be able to make adjustments to future listings based on your answers, and that is going to improve your listings, your future listings. If you want to see the results, you have to do the work. And you need to do it in a strategic way. Thanks for watching, you guys. Love ya. And here's my dog Tucker, and we would love it if you subscribed. Not to mention, Tucky gets a belly rub for every like this video gets. So if you love Tucky, you know what to do. Plus, he always gives the best tips at the end of every video. Hey, Tucker, take it away.